It goes A minor, G major, E minor, F major, E11. It's a weird chord anyway, but it's definitely an E major. Hello, you lovely people of the internet, and welcome to another day of me being seriously messed up. And today's seriously messed up is a Monday, and that meant shopping. But not only did we do shopping, we took some of the rubbish out. And it's sort of like when I say rubbish, it's cardboard boxes and things like that that have been piled up for a little while. It's a long-term fighting battle and trying to be tidy. And it's a struggle of energy. So anyway, that stuff done, it was shopping day. And decisions were made. I don't think I've bought anywhere near like enough food for me. But that's okay, because it'll sort out. Because if I haven't got enough, I'll soon know about it. But I think I should be okay. I'm not really thinking it through. But then, do I ever think it through? Not only is this a Monday, right? Not only is it a Monday and a shopping day, it is also the 285th video that I've made, excluding shorts, because I've made a few of them. So it's like 285 days of consistently making a video every day. Good quality ones like this, poor quality ones like some of the other ones, and top quality ones like some of the ones that you can see. There's some things I miss doing. I haven't done truck driving for ages, but it's like, does anyone really want to watch truck driving? Let me know in the comments if you want to watch me driving a truck. It's not a real truck for people who just whatever. Right, anyway. Today I've got something I want to talk about. Get it off me chest, as it were. It's about how I ended up being a poet. Not the turgid history of like all the poems that I wrote as a teenager or anything like that, because you know we all have pain and suffering, don't we? And this came a little bit later. I was about 48, 49. I wrote a poem about myself called The Cosmic Onion, explaining how there's many layers to me. I don't know if I've done it before, but I can have a go at doing it now, so you know what I mean. I am the cosmic onion and nothing in between. I'm seedier than an artisan loaf, slicker than Vaseline, a poet of ill repute, a mistress of disguise. My poems are short and insightful. I'm clever, but not so wise. I am the cosmic onion, thoughts cascading in my brain, overwrought and emotional, 2 bricks short of being sane. The sound of isolation, a dreary empty drone, a path to my redemption down the great white telephone. I am the cosmic onion, renowned both near and far, a demagogic thinker, a broken plastic star, a meteoric rise, a fall so long and slow, a reason without motive I didn't want to go. I am the cosmic onion, I never really sleep, a mystery within a conundrum 10,000 layers deep. My victories rarely celebrated, magnanimous in defeat. I am the cosmic onion, I'm finished but not complete. That wasn't too bad. So that is like the cosmic onion, and that is a poem I wrote more or less in one go when I was in my first year of a fine art degree, which I never finished, because words have always sort of like stuck with me. And I wrote a lot of poems after that. There was someone who I was very in love with, and I wrote them poems every day. Some of them sent to them, some I didn't. And I ended up publishing them through Amazon. And it was a book called Facets of Love, and you can still buy it from Amazon if you really want to. And then I wrote another book called Angels. This was during lockdown, this stuff. It was around that time. And after lockdown, I had a social prescriber because I wanted to get my life back in order. And she recommended that I went to I can't remember what it was called. It was something run by the theatre, and it was in Union Corner in Plymouth. And it was there, playing ukulele and talking to other people who were there. And that's it. I met quite a few people there who are still friends now. But after they'd heard my poetry, one of them said to me, "Why don't you go to Leadworks?" come with me to Ladworks, they have an open mic and you go and perform there. And so that's what I did. And from that moment, that feeling I got of performing in front of people is that all the drugs I've taken, all the things that I've tried in my life doesn't even come close to that. And I miss it. I miss that feeling. The people that wanted to hear my poems and they liked them and the response to it, and I'd never had anything like that before. And I've not had anything like it since. I've been close. It's like all drugs. First time's always the best. But I miss it. I miss that feeling of being there. And so I started writing more poetry then. And I was going to the open mic at Ladworks. And I became a volunteer at Ladworks. And I used to play my ukulele. I'd wander around playing the ukulele because Bronwyn liked it. So that's what I did. I played ukulele. That was something I could do. I felt comfortable doing that. Then I started being a compere at Ladworks. I had big shoes to step into, and I never thought I was as good as the people who went before me, but I tried my best, and I always felt that I didn't try hard enough to make it work, but I did, I tried. Then started working behind the bar at Ladworks. I was doing creme de la creme as well. I was doing poetry all around Plymouth, and for a little while I was in demand. And I could push myself a little bit, turn up at places. And somewhere along the line, I've lost that enthusiasm. I still love doing poetry. I still do creme de la creme. I do the provi poets when I can. I would love to do other stuff, but I can't get to them easily, and I don't have the focus to manage my own affairs. And it's tough because I miss it. Hang on a minute, I need a drink. I need a drink. I miss performing poetry because I love it so much. I love having an audience, but also there's times when I've been on stage and have died horrifically. One particular one, it was a fundraiser for Tavistock Pride. And we were waiting in a little bit behind the stage, and we were waiting for ages, and it was getting hot, so I took my hat off. I used to wear the top hat all the time. I was called on stage, and I forgot to take my top hat with me, and the whole poems that I had selected kept referring to the hat because it was something I was making a point of it. Because I didn't have my hat on, the poems didn't make sense. But not only that, I hadn't timed my poems properly. And somebody had to come onto the stage and say, no, you can't do any more, and drag me off, which was, that was the thing, that was a learning thing for me. I reflect on it now as, the regret is the hat, not having the hat on, that's the regret. The taking too long, that taught me an important lesson about being professional and like you've got to be on time because these things matter. I was so used to a more sort of relaxed atmosphere, and so that taught me an important lesson. But I do miss doing poetry. I don't write every day anymore. I write most days, but I don't write every day. And I can churn a poem out. If I need to write a poem, I can write a poem. I can't guarantee it'll be good, but I can always write a poem. My more recent poems have been the darker, but not in a good way. I used to do dark, sad poems, dark, depressed poems. These poems that I'm writing now are politically charged and dark because I don't like the look of the future. I've been happily enjoying myself, right? Because I've got this I had this lovely stim going where it was just tapping one foot and then the other, and a rhythm too, and it was a nice rhythm. It was giving me like loads of comfort, and I just realised I was doing it. And so I couldn't control it because it was just a completely, like, if you know about stims, you know about what's going on now. And so my brain's a bit upset that I can't do my stim. And the widgets just laugh, presumably not at me, but you never know. Well, so there you go anyway. That's poem. Right, there we go. That is day number, what did they say, 385? 285, can't count. Day 285 done. Actually, you know, before I go, I've got form for this. Every day for over 2 years, I used Facebook as a diary, and I would post something up about my day and about the state of my mental health and about... I wouldn't post about motorbikes, but they were never a feature of it. So anyway, I used to post about how my day's been, my mental health, and there'll be little bits of poetry that I would post there, and trying to express how I felt and trying to make connections with people, even though people weren't connecting. People, they would say be more positive and things like that, because I was being realistic. And people, I think it's still the same now, people feel uncomfortable with people who are unhappy or sad, or because they don't know what to say. It's like, I know it, I know, right, it's not about, if I say something, right, I say something that's sad and you don't know what to say, it's not about you. That makes it about you. I'm the person experiencing sadness and expressing it. Acknowledge it. It's as simple as that. Acknowledge the sadness, because I'm sure you would know what it is like to feel sad or unhappy or depressed or whatever negative emotion that someone's talking about. So don't make it about yourself. It's their thing, and you give them the space to be themselves. Don't make it about you. God, that was a bit wise, that, wasn't it? I should go before I say something really clever. Right? That's it. That's all I've got for you. Love yous. Bye. See you tomorrow.